Welcome to Module 4, Lesson number 2, Ways to Regain Confidence. By the end of this lesson, you will be able to construct and act out a confident personality and life story. Let's begin. French philosopher Paul Ricoeur says the identity of the story creates the identity of the character. This means the story that we tell ourselves, the story that we believe that our life is, creates who we think we are. And the really important or interesting thing is that when we change the type of story that we think we are living, we change who we are. The big idea I want you to remember from this lesson is never underestimate the power of the mask you wear. That means that our mask or our persona is the thing that shapes who we think we are and the story into which we fit, our life story. It shapes the way we see the world, other people, and our potential, our abilities to express ourselves. It also shapes how we restrict and limit our performance on the stage of life. There can be many, many reasons why people have lost confidence in themselves, and they can be financial, health, they could be career, business, it could be spiritual, it could be a range of reasons. And trying to regain confidence after having confidence and having some traumatic experience in your life, it can be very challenging to try and get back to the same level or even close to it. And underneath that, there is a belief that perhaps you might never be able to return to that level and that you've lost your spirits, you've lost your energy and your mojo, and it's just not even worth trying. But on an unknown level, the reason that people feel they cannot regain the confidence that they had before is because they are not aware of the mask and the personality that they are playing, and that they can change the mask that they are wearing. They can change who they are. They can audition for a new role. In a research paper about play and identity, the researchers found that our personal and cultural identity is not a self-contained and unchanging entity somewhere hidden in the depths of our inner self or national spirit, but it is reflexively constructed in a social world with the aid of various expressions. The researchers quote from Paul Ricoeur's work and say that life stories play a prominent and even crucial role. This is understandable as life stories are particularly suitable to express the spatial and temporal continuity of our identity. This means that stories help us to fit in or understand where we fit in life, and also how time affects our life and how we like our identity to be a consistent thing. The researchers also quote again from Ricoeur saying, "It is only in the stories that we tell others and ourselves about our lives and about other people's lives, real or fictional, that we are able to adequately articulate our own selves." Ricoeur says, by identifying ourselves with these stories, does our own identity come into being. Regaining confidence is like auditioning for a play. You have to learn the lines of confidence for the role you want to play. You have to read the script of confidence and confident dialogue. You have to know the story. You have to know where your character fits into a new story. You have to get into the character of confidence. You must wear a costume and the shoes of confidence. You have to have the ability to willingly suspend your disbelief that you were unconfident so that you can start to play a new role and wear a new mask. Many years ago, I experienced a sudden loss of confidence when I went for a new job, or I was starting a new job as a living statue performer. That is one of those people who stand in the street really still and then they move suddenly when someone comes past and scares the person. It was a really satisfying job, actually. Now, at the time when I went for the job, I thought myself to be a pretty confident guy. But when I had to prepare for the job, they said you have to shave all of the hair off your body except for on top here. You have to put body paint all over your body, and you have to wear a small costume, which was a purple G-string, which is known in other parts of the world as a thong. So you can imagine what my confidence was doing at that point when they said, "Here's the job." And I thought I could do it. I thought it would be fun to go and scare people and stand still, but I had no idea about the costume, right? And so my confidence just went down, and the next thing you know it, I'm at this huge event, this gala, and I was positioned at the entrance where all these men and women dressed in tuxedos and ball gowns were coming into the event. And I tell you what, my confidence was lost at that point, and I thought to myself, I have to regain my confidence. And so I got into the character and I got into the script, and I also reminded myself of a bigger meaning, and that the fact that I was at this event because it was the Women's Breast Cancer Foundation Ball, a really meaningful event. And so I thought, I've got an important role to play here. I've got to entertain these people. I've got to make the event really stand out for these people so that the Breast Cancer Foundation could raise money for an important cause. So when I realized my role was important, and I told myself a different story, and I embraced the character and the role and the mask that I was playing, I suddenly had a surge of confidence, and I started scaring people and got lots of screams. It was thoroughly successful and entertaining for everyone involved, and my confidence was regained. Now we're going to look at a framework to help you to construct and act out a confident personality and life story. And we're going to borrow from classic elements of creating stories and narratives. And so what we need to do is, first of all, is come up with a backstory and an introduction to your new story that you're going to write yourself into, so that you can have a transformative experience right from the beginning. Then you're going to think about the plot, the events of the story. You're going to think about the tragedy of the story, the drama, and maybe some of the comedy. You're then going to talk about and write about your character, the roles that you want to play, the roles of other people that you want to come in contact with, your costume that you're going to wear, the mask that you're going to wear, and also the lines that you're going to speak and both have in your mind, like your self-talk. You're also going to think about the setting. You're going to reinterpret the setting of your life. You're also going to think about the climax of the story to which you are moving towards, rather than having a climax which is actually a fizzle and a story that's not very interesting. You're going to retell or recreate and construct a climax that is exciting and raises the excitement and tension in your own life to regain your confidence. Then you're going to think about a resolution and maybe even a sequel to your story to really finish the story that you tell yourself with a really wonderful ending. So that's what you are going to do next in the challenge. You're going to create a confident personality and life story. You're going to write it out. It's going to help you to regain your confidence, and it's going to help you to feel like you're back to where you were. Your confidence levels are going to be higher than what they were, because now you are going to be able to completely construct it in a new way. Even if you've had a really traumatic or depressing time beforehand, you feel like your confidence is gone. Using this, the elements of creative writing and personal narratives, you're going to have this new awareness of being able to create the confidence that you really want. So I wish you good luck with the challenge, and I'll see you the next lesson. Make sure you remember that you should never underestimate the power of the mask that you wear.